Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Mini Kit Monday. We started our kit with photos this time. I want to go ahead and scrap lift this layout right here. It's on page 32, I believe, could be 34, of the new Close to My Heart catalog from January to March 2023. It does call for a lot of squares. You can see how it's built up down there at the bottom. I just put a photo of that up there for you. See how all those squares, they're turned with the pointing up, and it looks like some of them could be different sizes. There is a recipe area when you're a maker where you can go in and get the recipe to different layouts. I didn't go in and look at this one. I think it might just tell us what papers she used, but I'm not sure if it tells us what she cut them at or not. I'm just gonna guess. I didn't do the extra work to try and see exactly what size they're supposed to be. It does call for a lot of different squares. I did do a lot of different squares. I did not have that many unique patterns like she does. So a lot of my patterns, well, maybe not a lot. A couple of my patterns are going to be duplicated when I do mine. You can see I am just cutting the squares up for right now. When we get done with these squares, which I think this is the last cut I'm going to make, I will gut the paper I am going to be using as my border. When I cut that paper, I will be able to use some of the inside that I got out as a square. This right here, we're going to go ahead and trim off of two sides 1 inch so that all sides around the layout will have a 1/2 inch border. Here's 1 inch and here's 1 inch. Someone might have came in and talked to me. Looks like I'm being really super careful with that. Don't know why. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cut the branding strip off of this one, and then we'll gut it. I think this is an Amy Tan paper. I really like how this paper does have that teeny tiny pop of blue in it. Love that. And that's going to work pretty good with the photos that I use on here. So after we get it and everything, I do go ahead and stick those down. I did not ink anything on this particular layout. I actually think it might have been pretty cool with it all inked, but I didn't. I didn't ink anything on here. I am right here looking for a strip. You see how that has the original has a strip going across down there? I decided I was going to use this one as my strip, and I will actually totally rework all of that and have another strip down there as well. In the original, there's a little bit of the white cardstock showing through right down there at the bottom. And I did try to mimic that, but when I did it, I did not like how it looked. So we're going to go ahead and do that just a little bit differently. When I get stuck on a project like right here, I don't really like the way that looks down there. I like to move on to something that I do know I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead, brush that off the page and go ahead and start by matting my photos, because I do know I want to have my photos matted. I do know that when I put those squares down there the way I had it, I did not like the way it was looking at all. So I'm going to sit here and mat my photos and just think about it for a second. Think about how I'm going to proceed on this or proceed with this. You can see that I have been trimming my photos just with scissors here lately, trimming them out. That's just laziness, not getting my trimmer out. That's all that is. It's not a special technique. That is Becky being lazy. So I was really wanting to use one of those cut apart cards. I have the you and me and the other one, of which I don't recall what it says. This makes me happy, or my happy place, or something like that. I don't end up using either one of those because I just cannot make it work. Well, these squares are also kind of bothering me. And you see that orange strip that I put down at the bottom? I put the blue strip and then I put the orange over it. Guys, that does not look good. We're going to fix that as well. But here I'm just going to go ahead and arrange these squares in a way that I think I can handle or I can live with. I will go back and put, I think I'm talking to Kathy. I think we're doing a scrap and chat. Sorry about that. I think I'm going to go, or not think, I do go back and put like little pieces of foam tape underneath some of those squares that I end up putting down there. I also end up pulling in some, it's not burlap, it's some kind of, it's canvas. I end up pulling in 2 little squares of canvas. It's a cream color canvas, and tuck those in there as well. This does take me quite a bit of time. These kind of designs, ooh, it's hard for me to get one that I just want it to look so good. I love the thing is, I love the original layout. And I want mine to look as good as that. Now, mine looks great, but it looks different. It feels different even when you look at it. I like it, but it's not. It does look a little bit different. But I do like it. But that's why it takes me so long to arrange these squares, you know. I want it to be perfect. It's not going to be, but it's great. Oops. So coming up here in just a second, I am going to give up on those 3x4 cards. I keep trying it. It's not working. So I do pull out some of these paperboard pieces from close to my heart. I am going to pull out the piece that is wood grain that says memories. And you can see when I put this down onto the layout and take that away, totally changed. It opened this layout up so much. It totally changed the way that this was feeling to me. I feel like it's much more airy now with that other block, with that 3x4 card gone. Love it, love it, love it. We're going to go ahead and put this down. Some of this is going to be up on the photo that's already popped up on foam tape. So we have to put some foam tape underneath the part of the title that's not going to be on the photo that has got the foam tape on it. So I thought when I used that title, I pulled out, you know, it was that brown paperboard. So I thought I could use some of those embellishments that were on the other embellishments that were on that brown paperboard as well. I do give a lot of them a shot down around the page, and it's just not going to work for me. The embellishing this, because it's so busy with the squares, kind of stumped me for a little bit. I will end up pulling out some little flowers, I don't know, probably from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something like that, and putting those down around the page to serve as my embellishments. We also are going to get in a little bit of bronze splatters as well. But first, we got to finish with the squares. pulled in some of these wood pieces that were from, I don't know, one of the fall collections from Close to My Heart. I thought that these would work nicely being the wood tone kind of. They compete a little bit with the craft color of the Memories. These aren't going to make it. This actually, when I'm looking at these, especially that one over on the left, kind of reminds me of something in the sea, like coral or something, some kind of seaweed. I am going to put these over on here. Don't worry, they're not stuck down, but they are going to find their way out of this layout or off of this layout. They are not going to be. This is what I was talking about when I said I had a really hard time embellishing this layout. It was very difficult for me. Let's see what happens. The flowers came out to play. This is actually what I end up settling on. I like how they're just so neutral and light. The other ones were too much. Way too much. You do see I have a sticker up there that says click on that photo. That's not staying there. It's not even stuck down. It's just sitting there. That's going to go away. I am putting some bronze splatter down. That's a Heidi Swap bronze. After that, guys, I don't think we're going to do anything else this layout. This is Mini Kit Monday, so please do make sure you check out Kathy and Dolly. They're linked down below, as well as the Mini Kit Monday challenge group if you'd like to get in on any of these challenges. And guys, I will see you next time. If you'd like to support my channel, BeckyBidding.closetomyheart.com. Bye, guys.